freak, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Golly, bro. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Jake Willie Silly, man. AKA Mr. Take It Easy for you end up like this. But make sure I follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description down below. Everything you know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. Now, a lot of people ask me who is Beezy. Bro, it's just a made-up person. Like, it's just a saying, bro. You know what I mean? So I just, you know, it's just a saying, bro. You know what I mean? Take it easy for you, not like Beezy. It's just a saying. I don't want y'all to think I'm dissing somebody. It's nobody for real named Beezy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a freaking saying, bro. Niggas swear I'm dissing a nigga. I'm not dissing nobody, bro. Just a slogan. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I got it from my boy Young Pappy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who Pappy is, bro? If y'all know who Young Pappy is, I got it from my boy Young Pappy. Take it easy. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like how he was saying in his song, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make that my intro right there. Take it easy. Well, yeah, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He used to say that sometimes in songs right there. So shout out my boy Young Pappy. That's where I got the intro from, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got it from Pap saying it in one of his songs. But Pap was dissing one of his ops for real. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't dissing, you know what I'm saying, nobody. You feel me? But y'all go look it up. Young Pappy, take it easy. But he said it plenty of times. I was just like, you know what I'm saying? No, I mess with Pap, you feel me? So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll just say this is my intro right here. You know what I'm saying? Take it easy. But you know what I'm saying? So that's where I got it from. If anybody wondering what the freak I got it from my boy Pappy. You know what I'm saying? But we got the greatest art heist in history. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, bro, it really be surprising me, bro. You know what I'm saying? How much art go for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. I'm like, what makes art so expensive? Somebody tell me that. Like, art is a beautiful thing, you know, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I'm not really intrigued with it. You know what I mean? But you got some freaking art pieces, gang, that freaking go for so many, like so many pesos, so many euros, whatever you want to call it, money. Like, it's crazy. I'm talking about, bro, I seen some art pieces, y'all, bro, that go for freaking, bro, I'm talking about 100 million, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? I just be like, do anybody know what's the dealio with that? I just want somebody to know, why do people love, I mean, art is,
it's a hot summer's evening.
That's why God made everybody different. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and sometimes it be nothing. Telling you, bro, sometimes it just don't be nothing sometimes. But art is a beautiful thing, though. You know, art is history. That's why it makes it expensive. Yeah, you is right. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. And like I said, bro, that's why God made everybody different. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that love art. You got some people that will pay top notch for art. So even though I don't see art as something, you know what I'm saying, something serious, something worth to be paying that much money, some other people do. You know what I mean? Because it's things that I see worth paying much money for, and it probably not interested in them. You see how God made us so different, bro. You know what I'm saying? The things that I'm interested in, a lot of people not interested in. You know what I mean? So I just don't believe in downplaying, you know, art or anything just because I'm not interested in it, you know.
Heat wave has been cooking the city, leaving the streets.
Art is interesting though. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be amused by the art. Like, I ain't gonna count. Be like, dang, like, you know, how the freak these people draw like this? Like, just be insane though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Talent for sure, bro.
Louvre quieter.
Being an artist, bro.
No one
I can't do
dares
it.
to go outside, but for one man, it's time to strike. Throughout the night, he pulls off the heist of the century, plucking the Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa?
Louvre and disappearing.
Now, I know about the Mona Lisa now. I know about the Mona Lisa. That's going for like at least 200 pesos.
Heist of the century, plucking the Mona Lisa from the Louvre and disappearing.
That's 200 million pesos right now. I know about Mona Lisa.
Worldwide investigation, leading French police down a 2-year rabbit hole of false leads and famous arrests, before a mysterious letter eventually gave the thief away.
They on his heels.
We modeled the entire thing to show you how a single man stole
Look at this, y'all. Look.
thief away. We modeled the entire.
Look, y'all can't tell me these pieces ain't beautiful though. Like no cap. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all look. You said for $1 billion? I know the Mona Lisa now. That's why I like, oh, the Mona Lisa. I know about the Mona Lisa art. You feel me? Now I ain't gonna lie. But what makes that art just go for? It's a beautiful painting. No cap. But what makes that art? You know what I mean? Because I seen the Mona Lisa everywhere. What makes that art right there? You know what I mean? Go for so much. But y'all look at this, bro. I want y'all to just admire this right quick. Y'all can't tell me this junk ain't like Fido. You know what I'm saying? Like, looking at this, bro. Like, look at the talent, bro. Look at the talent, bro. Like, people, like, look how talented people is, bro. Like, people really talented, bro. No cap, bro. I be admiring that sometimes, how talented people be, bro. Ain't no cap. how talented some of y'all be, bro. I be admiring that junk. I be like, dang, cuz. Some niggas be talented in the mug.
Before a mysterious letter eventually gave the thief away, we modeled the entire thing to show you how a single man stole the Mona Lisa, how he almost got away with it.
Nigga, you can't paint no Mona Lisa, nigga. You say you might as well draw a picture of a girl and sell it, no lie. Nobody finna buy that. Nigga, you can't paint that, nigga.
And the elaborate plan.
Boy, you think you can paint Mona Lisa? Boy, you can paint this? Look at this.
Decades later.
You think you can do this?
As the sun went
Boy, you
down
crazy.
that Sunday evening,
I can barely draw a stick
the last
man.
few tourists were trickling out of the Louvre. But just before it closed, a man entered the museum dressed in the Louvre's official white uniform. Blending in as an employee, he quickly found his way to a small storage closet, squeezed his way in, and waited out the entire night. The Louvre was closed the next day, so very few employees were going to be patrolling the museum. At precisely 7:15 the next morning, the thief emerged into an almost empty Louvre. With no one in sight, he quickly made his way into the Salon Carré, and there it was.
The junk just open like this? Bro, what the freak? How's the Mona Lisa just open like this? No security guards? What?
7:15 the next morning, the thief emerged into an almost empty Louvre. With no one in sight, he quickly made his way into the Salon Carré, and there it was. At the time, the Mona Lisa didn't have its own room, and it wasn't nearly as famous as it is today. But the thief was about to change that. With no one in sight, he pulled the painting off its metal pins and carried it to a nearby stairwell. Using a screwdriver, he managed to remove the painting from its protective frame before covering it in a white sheet and heading straight for the nearest exit.
That was so easy.
The door, it was locked.
Oh, got him.
At that exact moment, a plumber working for the Louvre appeared out of nowhere. He assumed that the man was a Louvre employee, and so he helped him open the door. And just like that, the thief disappeared into the city with the Mona Lisa under his arms. The whole heist was over in just a matter of minutes, but it would take another 28 hours before anyone realized the painting was really gone.
You said, can I draw? Bro, no. That's what I'm saying. This cat right here, heck yeah, maybe steal some S off of Google and put it in a copy machine. It's not that simple, my boy. A lot of y'all be thinking stuff. See, a lot of y'all be thinking y'all smart. Y'all think y'all be sounding so smart, but you really sound dumb. You know what I'm saying? If it was that easy, why you can't do it? If it was that easy, do it right now. If it was that easy, what you said, how easy it is, do it right now. Draw the Mona Lisa right now. Do it right now. You know what I'm saying? Do it. It ain't easy, gang. It's more easier said than done. It's way easier said than done, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bet I'll sell it for 8 bands, no lot. See what I be saying, y'all? Y'all see him YouTube? That's what I be saying. Fake it till you make it. Y'all see what I be saying? That boy know dang well he ain't finna do it. But he just on here capping for YouTube. Capping for Twitter. You see what I be saying? You see what I be saying when it come to this internet ish? That's what I be talking about right here. That boy talking about he gonna do some Mona Lisa. Y'all hear this thing? Y'all niggas be funny on this internet ish. They gonna like, y'all really be believe y'all self, do y'all, boy? That's one thing about a liar. That nigga gonna believe himself. He knowing dang well he lying. You know you lying, nigga. What you trying to impress us or some gang? We are not impressed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what be y'all goal with this internet ish. What be y'all goal with this ish? Nigga, we do not believe you. You know what I'm saying?
That week, photographers had been going through the museum and taking the paintings to be officially photographed. So blank spaces on the wall.
Nigga talking about the Mona Lisa. He gonna do a Mona
When the
Lisa.
photographers showed up the next morning without the Mona Lisa, it became clear that something was extremely wrong. The Mona Lisa was officially missing. The police were called and a team of detectives descended on the museum. France closed its borders.
That nigga gone.
Tanks around the Louvre.
God.
Just kidding. These tanks weren't used.
I'm finna say godly, cuz.
Tanks around the Louvre. Just kidding. These tanks weren't used. But they can be used in War Thunder.
Hey man, I'm tired of these sponsors. I just miss when YouTube videos was just like, you know, you gotta get your money. I understand that, but dang, look at this sponsor, man. Dang, nigga. Just miss when freaking, you know, it's his video, so we gonna take it. But God, I miss when YouTube was just YouTube, eh?
announced that one of its prized possessions had disappeared, it sent shockwaves all around the world. And the question was, where did it go? All the police had found was the wooden picture frame and a fingerprint left behind by the thief.
Oh, got him.
To get the investigation going, local newspapers started offering a reward of $250,000 for any information that would lead them to the painting.
Nigga said
The response
250,000.
was overwhelming. Thousands of people sent letters and showed up to police stations with all kinds of information, placing the Mona Lisa all over the world. 2 separate witnesses recalled seeing a man leaving the Louvre with a bulky object, but the descriptions of the man were completely different. One person claimed that the Mona Lisa was on a freight train heading through Belgium, and another claimed that the painting was on a ship which had already set sail for America. But perhaps the most promising suspect was the famous artist, Pablo Picasso. A secretary who knew Picasso wrote to the police and admitted that he had stolen several Iberian statues from the Louvre. He claimed to have sold these statues to Picasso, who went on to use them in one of his paintings. It seemed unlikely, but after checking the serial number on the statues, the Louvre confirmed that they really were from the museum. Picasso was arrested.
No, I'm saying, I gotta understand, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, that's something beautiful to me. I ain't gonna lie. Art is beautiful to me, bro. Art is just something I never liked to do. But I ain't gonna lie, I always admired art, bro. I had this little art teacher named Mr. Sawicki. I ain't gonna lie, the way he used to draw on the board, like, bro, he used to be messing around, just be drawing. I'm like, he used to be turned out to be fire too. I'm like, dang, bro, just did that nonchalantly. And, you know, art always, like, you know, the way art looks, bro, you know, and the way, you know, just art, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm admired by it. I just never liked it. You know what I'm saying? But art, you know what I'm saying? Just look around, y'all, like, even the earth is art. You feel me? Like, the earth is art. That's what I'm saying. It's a creator behind everything. Y'all don't just go outside and admire the world sometimes. This is a masterpiece that we're living in. Look at the trees. Look at the grass. Look at the ocean. Look at the clouds. This is proving a creation. Like, who created clouds? Who created the ocean? Who created these trees? Who created this grass? Like, you know, I be admiring the world. I'm not gonna lie. I be admiring the freaking nature, the birds, and you know what I'm saying?
The Louvre confirmed that they really were from the museum.
We living in a real-life masterpiece.
Picasso was arrested and taken in for questioning. Meanwhile, the police turned their attention to another...
Okay, I got a question. Why every time it's a menace, a nigga's a menace, his name Pablo? I promise you, every time a nigga is a menace, that nigga named Pablo.
Arrested and taken in for questioning.
Lee, what's wrong with y'all Pablos,
the police turned their attention to another famous suspect, American banker and art collector J.P. Morgan. At the time, art forgery was a big business, and paintings were often being forged and sold to naive millionaires in America.
Y'all look so
According
real.
to the claim, Morgan had commissioned the heist, and the painting was now on its way to him. Police in America stopped and searched a boat pulling into New York, but there was no Mona Lisa on board. Theories kept coming in from all over the world, but after 2 years of searching, the location of the Mona Lisa was still a complete mystery. As it turned out, the Mona Lisa hadn't gone far at all, and it was sitting in an apartment just 2 miles from the Louvre. This was the apartment of Vincenzo Perugia, a 29-year-old Italian who used to work at the Louvre as a handyman.
They caught this nigga.
He knew every weakness of the Louvre. He knew that it was closed on Mondays. He knew about the photographers. And it was him who had made the Mona Lisa's protective case, which he dismantled so easily during the heist. After leaving the Louvre, he hid the painting in a trunk with a false floor, which he had made himself. But how did he get away with it for so long? Amazingly, Perugia already had a criminal record, and his fingerprints were already in the system. But only his right-hand fingerprints were in the system, and the one on the picture frame was a left-hand print, and so a match was never found. During the investigation, police had visited Perugia's apartment twice, but never found anything. Little did they know that the Mona Lisa was hiding right under their noses. Perugia had pulled off a stupidly simple heist. And
so they didn't check, you know what I'm saying? They didn't check, you feel me, to check that? You know what I'm saying? What type of detective is working this case? You know what I'm saying? Nigga would have checked that for sure. Nigga, what the freak, nigga?
Never found anything. Little did they know that the Mona Lisa was hiding right under their noses.
Detective they had?
Perugia had pulled off a stupidly simple heist, and it seemed like he would get away with it. But after 2 years holding the painting hostage, he started to get impatient. He wrote an anonymous letter to an art dealer in Florence, the city where Da Vinci painted the masterpiece. In the letter, he claimed to have the Mona Lisa in his possession and said he wanted to return it back to its home. He signed the letter with the name Leonardo and took the next train to Florence. The art dealer and his associate agreed to meet Perugia in his hotel room to authenticate the painting. With the doors locked, Perugia opened up the trunk, and to their surprise, it really was the Mona Lisa. In order to further authenticate the painting, the art dealers took it back to their studio, assuring Perugia that he would be rewarded for bringing it back to Italy. But just an hour later, the police showed up at his door and arrested him. Perugia ended up
not the greatest art heist in history. Then the nigga got caught, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The nigga got caught. The freak, nigga, I'm thinking you finna get away. This nigga got caught. Look at this nigga. I'm thinking this nigga got it. There wasn't no freaking the greatest art heist.
Just an hour later, the police showed up at his
nigga
door.
Ain't do nothing. He finna sell the Mona Lisa. I'm thinking he finna go sell Mona Lisa and get off the map.
Him. Perugia ended up spending just 7 months in prison
and
died just 10 years later.
Cooked.
Although the search for the Mona Lisa was over, the truth behind what really happened seemed to have gone to the grave. But in 1932, a story was published that revealed a much more elaborate plan behind the heist. Written by Carl Decker, he claimed to know the man who was really behind the heist. A man named Eduardo
It wasn't him. What the freak? Wasn't him?
To know the man who was really behind the heist, a man named Eduardo de Valfierno, an expert in art forgery. He had come up with a grand plan to sell not one, but 6 perfect...
Yeah, so this the real mastermind. That nigga was just a face. This the real mastermind behind this. Thinking that nigga was the one that did it. That nigga 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That nigga stole Mona Lisa 6 times.
Copies of the Mona Lisa to 6 unsuspecting millionaires lined up in America. He commissioned a talented French painter to make the copies and shipped them off to America and put them into storage. In order for them to believe they were really getting their hands on the Mona Lisa, the real one had to go missing, and so he contracted Perugia to pull off the heist. When news spread that the Mona Lisa had gone missing, the paintings were sold to their buyers, and the 3 involved ran off with the equivalent of $90 million. And now, time for the Primal Space giveaway. The winner of the previous giveaway is John.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, the person that was behind the heist, you know what I'm saying, actually got away.